And let's get some analysis on this story now. We have Joerg Forbrig with us. He's the Director for Central and Eastern Europe at the German Marshall Fund. He joins us from right here in Berlin. Hi, Joerg. I want to get your take on what's happening in Belarus. Do you think President Lukashenko's time in power is finally running out?
Yes, absolutely. I think he has reached his due-by date. I don't see any chance for him to dial back this development, to retain power. The big question really for the next couple of days is whether the transition away from Alexander Lukashenko will be peaceful, or if even more blood will be piled on top of the violence that we have seen in the last couple of days. I do not see how Alexander Lukashenko can stay in power at this stage. We see strikes in the country. We see a mass movement that basically has one central demand, that is for him to go. We see defections from within the apparatus, journalists, diplomats, people in the security forces. So I do think that the end is nigh for Alexander Lukashenko in power.
The protesters are keeping up the pressure, as you said. Meanwhile, I want to ask you about the international community, because the European Union is supporting now sanctions against Belarus. Do you think that's going to be an effective move if they decide to do so?
Well, sanctions have a long-term effect. I don't think that Alexander Lukashenko has that much time and power for these sanctions to take effect. And nonetheless, I think they are a very, very important signal of solidarity with the Belarusian people, that this treatment that they've been subjected to by their government is unacceptable. At the same time, I think the sanctions are very important for the EU's own sake, because these are European values that are being trampled by the regime in a neighboring country. At the same time, I think what is just as important is a number of further steps. I do think there have to be initiatives by the EU to, at least offers, to mediate in the conflict, to initiate a dialogue that may resolve this situation. I also think that humanitarian aid is needed, because we have seen 7,000 arrests in the last couple of days. There are people who suffered, there are people who were injured, there are people who were subjected to psychological pressures. They will need help, they will need rehabilitation. And these are steps that the European Union can relatively easily and quickly take to make such aid available.
Joerg Forbrig from the German Marshall Fund. Very good to talk to you.